Hello, Naveen sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I am nice.
Okay.
Though we have some terrible rains, record-breaking rains after 35 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
We can start the program in time, 2:30.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Rajesh sir.
Yeah, we can start the program, Dr. Riaz.
Okay. Let us begin with our program schedule. Our chief guest for today, Mr. Naveen Kumar sir, has joined our program, as well as our principal. I invite Dr. Divya, coordinator Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, to formally welcome to the session.
Thank you, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. The principal, Dr. Rajesh, sir. Resource person of the day, Mr. Naveen Kumar, sir. NSS program officers, Dr. Riyaz, sir, Prida ma'am, faculty, students, and all participants. Good afternoon to you all. Today, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Cell and NSS of MES KVN College is organizing a national workshop on the topic Social Entrepreneurship-Swacchta-Rural Engagement. A few words about UBA. We know UBA, Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, is a flagship program under MHRD, Government of India. Our college is one of the active participating institute of UBA. Actually, UBA is inspired by the vision of rural development through higher educational institutions. So the mission of the UBA is to enable higher educational institutions to work with the people of rural India. So its aim is to create a virtuous cycle between society and an inclusive academic system. The official inauguration of the UBA cell in our college was done on March 2019. The college has adopted a cluster of 5 rural villages in Malappuram district of Kerala. They are Valancheri, Marakara, Adavana, Kuttipuram, and Irimbalayam. As the first step of UBA program, our cell conducted a village and household survey among 5 villages. The college also done a number of programs for the adopted villages under the purview of UBA, like distribution of sanitizers, masks made in our college, distribution of pamphlets for making awareness about the COVID-19 among the people. And the cell also conducted an awareness survey among the people regarding COVID-19 impact and submitted this report to Panchayat presidents of 5 adopted villages. So let me enter into my duty. First of all, I welcome all the participants to this program. First, our resource person, Mr. Naveen Kumar. So he is the project coordinator of MHRD. On behalf of UBA and NSS of MES College, I welcome one and all to this program. Next, I welcome our principal, Dr. Rajesh sir, who is showing very keen interest for conducting this program. Next, I welcome NSS program officers, Riya sir and Prida ma'am. And lastly but not leastly, I welcome all the faculties, students and participants to this program. Once again, welcome you all.
Thank you, Divya ma'am. Good afternoon, all. Here we are at the National Workshop on Social Entrepreneurship, Swacchta-Rural Engagement in our MES KVN College, Valancheri, by conducting a webinar. I invite Dr. Muhammad Riaz, NSS Coordinator, for having a speech.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Principal Dr. Rajesh sir, our beloved Chief Guest of the day, Mr. Naveen Kumar, Project Chief Program Coordinator, Swacchta Action Plan 2020, MGNCRE, Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Today we have gathered here for a national workshop on social entrepreneurship, Swacchta-Rural Engagement. This program is organized by NSS in collaboration with the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. National Service Scheme is considered instrumental in reaffirming values of humanity and selflessness among the youngsters. It provides a unique platform for building a lasting link between the student community and society, which finally results in the whole development of volunteers. NSS involves itself in various co-curricular activities, intellectual discussions, and community service to develop social awareness in our students. One of our flagship projects is Abhegaham, the construction of a house for a poor family. Our activities include traffic awareness programs, blood donation camps, medical camps, anti-narcotic campaign, flood relief activities, etc. Now I invite our principal, Dr. Rajesh sir, for the inauguration. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Riaz. Respected chief guest of today's workshop, Mr. Naveen Kumar, Dr. Mohammad Riaz, Program Officer of NSS, Dr. Preeta, Program Officer NSS, and Coordinator of Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, Dr. Divya, dear student participants of NSS and Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. Actually, we are hosting a national workshop on social entrepreneurship and Swacchta-Rural engagement. This workshop is actually initiated by Mr. Naveen Kumar. He is a project chief program coordinator of Swacchta Action Plan, Mahatma Gandhi National Council for Rural Engagement, Ministry of Education, Government of India. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Naveen Kumar for giving MES KVN College this kind of an opportunity. And MES KVN College Valancheri is very keen in organizing social development activity, community engagement activity for the last few decades. And as Dr. Mohammad Riaz and Dr. Divya told, we are continuously organizing these kind of programs. We have a special scheme called Abhegaham, where we have constructed home for homeless. And as part of the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan project, we have adopted 5 villages, and we are continuously organizing many activities in these adopted villages. So our institution is having such kind of a background in organizing this social entrepreneurship program. So with these few words, I would like to inaugurate this workshop on social entrepreneurship, Swacchta-Rural engagement. And once again, I would like to congratulate the National Service Scheme, the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, for hosting this program. And thank you, Mr. Naveen Kumar, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you.
Next, it's our inaugural session. I invite BSc Naveen Kumar, Swachhta Action Plan 2020 Project Chief Program Coordinator. I will just introduce him by his own work. Worked and developed bioinformatics tool for predicting colon cancer at Indian Institute of Chemical Technology. He was a guest faculty for medical microbiology for Indo-American Cancer Hospital and Yashoda Hospital, Hyderabad. He worked with Tech Mahindra Foundation for Skill Development for Youth and worked for more than 12 years in the community engagement through Vivekananda Rock Memorial and Vivekananda Kendra. So I invite BSc Naveen Kumar, Swachhta Action Plan 2020 Project Chief Program Coordinator for our inaugural session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for introducing me. And it's actually really a very important point that has to be highlighted. That is, this institution has been in the forefront of Swachhta. So my highest regards to the principal and also to the faculty members and also to the various departments and groups, teams working for these activities. Actually, this institution is making the text or bringing the text to the context. This is very much essential today because we are a fast growing country. We have a very great population, a great broad spectrum and diversity of technology is available. Every area our wisdom is occupying and giving solutions to the challenges. Such a positive phase we are going in, such a constructive phase we are going in. And for that purpose, these type of initiatives by esteemed higher education institutions like yours is very, very, very impressive and impactful for other institutions also. I have taken a very good deal of help from the distinguished principal in my Swachhata Action Plan 2021 project. He has helped me a lot, and his helping nature really brought a constructive shape for forming such social entrepreneurship, Swachhata, and rural engagement committees in various colleges in southern India and rest of the places. I really congratulate this esteemed higher education institution for already being a pioneer and in the forefront of Swachhata by working in villages like almost under various schemes like Unnat Bharat Abhiyan or NSS and various other units. So, having said so, I'm very much happy that students who are studying here will get a nice benefit from this institution, as the institution is holding a ladder of 3 steps: internship, apprenticeship, and entrepreneurship. I repeat, internship, apprenticeship, and entrepreneurship. During the course, there will be an orientation on the internships that are available and opportunities regarding that. After the course, proper skill development through apprenticeship and exposure to industries, and later on, there will be a galvanizing inspiration for the entrepreneurship, that to social entrepreneurship. So, with this, my session will start, and in my session, I would be covering the basics of social entrepreneurship in the present context, in the context of Swachhata, in the context of rural engagement. So, social entrepreneurship, Swachhata, and rural engagement are the 3 components of this committee. The SES REC full form is Social Entrepreneurship Swachhata Rural Engagement Cell Alada Committee. So through this, how the things are going to be and what is this meant for, I will let you know. So many of the facts that we are going to discuss are whatever the examples I'm going to tell you are the examples from my experience, my visitings in South India, and especially from the regions of Tamil Nadu. And whatever I share here, that will be useful for you when you rethink on them and bring practicality to the principles or the ideas what I am sharing. My main focus of today's talk will be on the students. So students need to write some notes wherever possible, and it's a nice time that the faculty members are also giving from their busy schedule to be with us. So let us take all the nice, great advantage that we are getting to spend time with faculty members. And prior to going into the talk for almost 45 minutes to 1 hour, I would be requesting you to keep your camera on. If you are using cell phone data, any issues are there, no problem, you are exempted. But those who are using Wi-Fi can please keep your camera open because I will feel happy looking at you and talking. So that must be maintained on my console, on my computer, so that it will be easy for me to convey and interact. And also sometimes we can have interactions also. So please keep your camera on. Yes, please turn on your camera. Am I audible?
Sir,
Am I audible? Yeah,
yes,
Dr.
sir, you are
Muhammad
audible and
ji.
visible.
Yeah, Dr. Divya. Yeah.
You are audible
Yeah, if some cameras are
and
open,
visible. You can proceed.
some cameras are open, I feel very happy. So you can keep the speaker on mic on mute and keep the camera. So very nice of you. So social entrepreneurship, Swachhta and rural engagement, these are not the new terms, but the combination is a new thing. The combination is new thing, especially in terms of academia. Yeah, again cameras are off. Camera should be on. Yeah, students, camera should be on. You can, yes, thank you. So one of the brother has kept it open. Thank you very much. So what I would like to say is when the combination of social entrepreneurship, rural engagement and Swachhta are understood, we can make out some meaning for our life, for our livelihood. I will tell you how all these things are. Basically, let us understand in a simpler way what social entrepreneurship is and what is Swachhta and what is rural engagement. Generally, we know what is rural engagement because we have exposure to the villages. Frequently, we must have visited till now, and we know we also come from villages. We know the basics of village. But adilla koncham academic dimension is involved. When we live in our village, we may not study our village. When we go to a village, just a simple visit, we may not study the village. But there is a scientific method of studying the village. We use participatory techniques, participatory methods like transact walk, focus group discussions, resource mapping, then the history, finding the history of the village, livelihood mapping, seasons and agriculture, the food mapping, and all these things technically we study. We also visit school, Anganwadi, and health centers and various other places and learn. Participatory methods always tell us to learn. They are meant for learning because village is a unit like a country, a unit where many householders, families live together thinking that that is their only world. In cities, we may not have the culture that we have in villages. In villages, their lifestyle of living is in a type of expanded family. But of course, we also know that history has given us many bitter truths regarding the villages also, based on the generations that are coming and going. Few things are favorable and few things are not favorable in the villages also. But same conditions apply everywhere. So our life is a struggle between the favorable and unfavorable conditions surrounding us. So that is why rural community engagement we take up in the form of scientific approach of learning. So that we will discuss what are those things, those aspects. So now in a simpler way I said, now let us go to one more thing in a simpler way regarding Swachhta. Let me try to know what is the meaning that forms when we listen, when we hear the word Swachhta. Generally, word and world are almost related. When we hear a word, there is a world formation, there is a thought process formation. Abdul Qadir ji, please share, Abdul Qadir ji, what do you think of Swachhta? When you hear the word Swachhta, what thoughts come to you? You can explain. You can explain in Malayalam or English. Yeah, please speak about Swachhta that comes into your mind when you hear that word or read that word, see that word somewhere. Yeah. You could actually keep your camera open. I feel very happy. Yeah, Abdul Khader ji. Somebody? Shamim ji, Saniga ji, Abu, Sadia, Meenakshi ji, Aishwarya Nair ji. What? This, let us make the things interactive. This is not a mere simply lecture. Let us, right or wrong, whatever it may be, our entire life we are traveling from lower truth to higher truth. So we are not starting our things from errors, because basically our mind is very good mind, so naturally we will do good things only in life. So we can speak anything regarding Swachhta, or right or wrong, that we will decide what is it later on. Right things may be right things in few conditions and wrong also in few conditions. So no, we cannot label a particular thing as right or wrong. So please speak. Feel free to speak with me. Yeah, Abdul Qadir ji. Ashir Shan, Akhila. What is Swachhta in our view? Yeah. Unmute your mic, Abdul Qadir ji. No, please feel free. I am like your brother only. I am very much like your brother. Feel free and speak. Simple words only you tell. Swachhta means what? Cleanliness. And the Madhuri.
Okay, Swachhta means maintaining our environment in a clean and sanitized way.
Correct. Correct, Fatima ji. You are right. You can also proceed speaking for more 20 seconds.
Okay, maintaining our environment clean, maintaining our country mostly maintaining our country clean. That's
Yes.
the idea I have about Swachhta.
And also prevent some health issues.
Yeah, health issues too.
Because some communicable diseases are also connected to some waste generation and these things. So Swachhta, we understand that cleanliness, not only cleanliness, but also good health, and thereby spreading good health and
Yes.
keeping the things, environmental things in a proper way of dealing the things with nature. And this type of things where actually we make things easy for our life. Especially we will cut the obstacles created by the nature and making our way forward very fine in a path very clear for our survival in the habitat where we are living. A very nice idea. So when we think philosophically, Swachhta means cleanliness, purity, all these things come. At the same time, when we think mentally, metaphysically, Swachhta also means that thought purity, noble thoughts, thought process in a constructive way, that is Swachhta. That means pure as milk white. Of course, that is all again a philosophical level. But when it comes to the academic level, when we try to understand Swachhata, we have to understand 5 concrete components of Swachhata. 5 concrete components are: number 1, greenery; 2, water management; energy management; waste management; sanitation and hygiene. Greenery, water management, waste management, sanitation and hygiene. So these 5 components, they become our Swachhata components. When we work with these components, we are working with Swachhata and we are working for Swachhata. These are the 5 components which can be easily explained when we are discussing Swachhata. Understanding Swachhata is also easy with these 5 components. And now comes to social entrepreneurship. Let us go in a simpler way. Again, I will come back to rural engagement, Swachhata, and again social entrepreneurship. So what is rural entrepreneurship according to you? Now you tell, general view. So that if we have the understanding of rural entrepreneurship, then we will understand today's meeting purpose also. Yeah, Fatima ji, Ajul ji, Ajit, Pavan ji, Nimi ji. What is social entrepreneurship? What thought process we feel when that type of words we hear? We have some words now. We have industries, we have some sort of NGOs. Those are social entrepreneurship. We hear these things nowadays on Google, YouTube, newspaper, here and there. Yeah, please speak. Interact.
Hello, is it audible?
Yeah, audible, Abdul. Abdul ji, speak. Arvind.
Yeah, so
No, Arvind Vinod is speaking or Abdul Kader speaking? Not able to find.
no, let him speak. Let him speak. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
Abdul Kader ji.
I think social entrepreneurship is an approach by individuals or groups to start or startup companies in which they can develop, fund, and implementation solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues.
Yeah, you are right. Like any other enterprise, there is also challenging things are there. Marketing is there, industry madri irukku, and also risk taking is there, employment generation is there, some earning is there. And the madri oru enterprise, oru one way it is also a type of industry where the profit is shared by many. And when it is when we technically speak, we nowadays call it as hybrid model. The profit, that is totally our traditional business industry madri profit organization. Non-profit means totally charity, trust, NGO madri, few NGOs madri. The hybrid model means some profit and non-profit principles are there, and there is activity, and through activity there is rotation of money. Very good. It's an approach. Finally, it's an approach. It is also one method of generating the activities. Yes, please tell. Anything you want to add?
Nothing, sir. I think the astronaut was telling something. He may talk.
Nice. So you can add points also. I may be also missing. I am also not a master in that. Now, yeah. So this social entrepreneurship is like a business only. We see many businesses outside. We see many businesses when we travel from home to college, college to home or village. We see many people engaged themselves in many activities of economy or money or something. So here, why people want to do business? Because there are some characteristic features. It depends. It depends why people want to do business. Some characteristic features are sometimes their education is very less. Sometimes they want to earn more than a job. Sometimes they want to actualize their talents. They want to realize their capacities and energy levels working in public. Sometimes nature provides opportunities, resources provide opportunities. So not in one way, but there are many features in the nature and also in human nature which impel us to take up entrepreneurship. For few people, it appears that job is a better option. For few people, it appears that business is a better option. Sometimes we are forced by nature. Sometimes we take up few decisions and we stick to our decisions. We stick to our words. So basically, there are many characteristic features that make human beings to go into entrepreneurship. But social entrepreneurship, if we want to enter, there are few important things. Very few things are there, but they are very important to keep the business going on. First thing, what social entrepreneurship gives. Generally, when we use the word social entrepreneurship gives, entrepreneurship, it gives promising income will be there in that. Promising income will be compulsory there. If there is no promising income in that, that is not social entrepreneurship at all. It can be some sort of a conventional business. And in social entrepreneurship, we don't work on innovation, but we think creatively, innovatively to do our business, expand our business. Spending entire time and energy and money on innovation is not social entrepreneurship. While working in a social entrepreneurship method, innovation can be a part. Innovation can be a part of our growth of the business. Because I will tell you why and how social entrepreneurship actually rises and can run. I will tell you that. Then you will understand. Social entrepreneurship starts with two things. Those two things are, but before that, first thing is, first preliminary is keep your camera on. Social entrepreneurship starts with two things. Identifying a social challenge. Nowadays, we are not using the word social. Yeah, in chat box somebody is typing something. Okay. Nowadays, we are not using the word problem. We are not using the word issue. We are using the word challenge. So, identifying a social challenge and giving a needful remedy, giving a needful solution, there starts the social entrepreneurship. For example, social challenge. That means in that social world, you are there, I am there, everybody are there, we are all stakeholders. Whoever, all the human beings, whoever are dealing their life with the habitat, with the environment, with the ecosystem, all the transactions, all the livelihoods, everything, wherever we are living, wherever, whenever there is any challenge, that becomes a social challenge, not personal challenge, social challenge. So, when we work for a social challenge and when we give a remedy, needful remedy, when we give offer a needful solution, then that type of combination can be converted into social entrepreneurship, and that becomes viable. That becomes business going on. That will not fall down. That will not stop. That's why social entrepreneurship, first fundamental itself is this. Are you working for an innovation or social challenge? If you work for an innovation, you may not meet the principles of social entrepreneurship. When you are working for social challenge, then that is working for a social entrepreneurship. Provided there should be needful solution. Otherwise, disease is something and medicine is something. It should not happen like that. So challenge and proper solution. Social entrepreneurship requires two more things. We identified, we discussed, tried to mention two things, that is social challenge and a needful solution. Two more things, that is working on something that starts and working on something that ends. Working on something that starts, or in other words, working on something which has an origin, that one we can take up. And same thing should have some destruction, same thing should have some logical end. On that we can work. For example, let us say farmer is there, farmer is producing rice or food grains. When farmer is producing food grains, these are consumed by human beings, and what happens in between is business. So that is why I am not stressing on innovation, I am stressing on some object or a thing that is getting generated, and that thing which needs a logical end also. If things are generating and they are not given any end, that becomes a problem. So we should work on those things. For example, waste is generated. When waste is generated, that waste has to be given a conclusion, logical end. And what happens in between is business. Now, social entrepreneurship requires two more things. That is competency and responsibility sharing. Let us try to understand what is this competency. Talent. Now, can anybody here please come forward and tell me the story? Can you tell me the story of the hare and the tortoise? A rabbit and the tortoise? In Malayalam or English, no problem. What happens in the story? Rabbit and tortoise story la. Akhila ji, can you tell me what happens in the story Rabbit and Tortoise? Kavya? Ajit? Arvind, now you can take the opportunity. You can tell me the story of the rabbit and the tortoise. Yeah, Arvind. Divya. Dr. Divya ji.
I'm sorry, sir. There's some network issues going on, so that
Okay. But now you can speak. Your voice is audible now.
okay. So I think the story you're referring to here is that of the that story we have all heard about, the rabbit and the tortoise. How the rabbit took the lead in the race and rested for a bit, while the tortoise continued his trail and went on to win the race where nobody expected him to. So that's all. Basically, it's all the mentality we all need to have. No matter how slow we are, we must never stop to rest until we are there, until we have the whatever we desire with us. So it's a child story, but it has a lot of messages to impart. So that's what the story is.
Okay, let us see how it is connected to today our context. Let us try to understand, Arvind. So stay tuned like that. So, okay, we derive some lessons from that story. So what happened, Arvind, that evening, do you know?
Pardon me?
That evening, tortoise won the race and rabbit lost the race. That evening, what happened, do you know?
I'm sorry, sir, I don't know.
I'll tell you now. That day, rabbit could not sleep. Rabbit suffered a lot, the pain, because it lost. It could have won, but having the capacity also, it could not win. So it was very much thinking individually, at individual level. It was thinking, why? I could have won. So it called up tortoise and told, tortoise, tomorrow there is a race. Please come. I am sharing the geographical location. WhatsApp lana anupire. So it has sent the location. Tortoise has come exactly at 9 o'clock to the location. Rabbit and tortoise, both of them had a race. And this time the rabbit did not sleep. He did not sleep. And rabbit won. Rabbit won the race. So that evening, tortoise was disturbed. Now tortoise was not getting sleep. It was thinking individually, Array, how to win the race? I should win the race. Then it was thinking and it gave one geographical location. It gave one geographical location. We will have a race. Rabbit, we will have a race. And they started from Ottapalayam to Palakkad. Race was from Ottapalayam to Palakkad. So both of them started the race. Rabbit ran, and there was a river, Bharatpura river. What rabbit will do? Now rabbit has to take a very long distance. Tortoise started swimming in the river and it reached Palakkad easily. So, competency is there. Rabbit had a different competency of running and tortoise had a different competency of swimming. Both of them now decided, you will win, I will win, this is not correct. Individual level of thinking is also not correct to some extent. So, why don't we have a combined venture? Why don't we combine our talents, competencies, and why don't we do a venture? So that day they decided, and next day they had a venture. They thought that we will reduce the time of traveling. That was their venture. So they had a long distance of reaching a destination. On the land, rabbit was running. On the back of the rabbit, tortoise was sitting. And when there was river, then there was water. Tortoise was swimming and rabbit was sitting on the back of tortoise. In the Madri, combination of competency and sharing of responsibility is important for social entrepreneurship. Then only it becomes social entrepreneurship. Then only it becomes viable. Then only it will run forever. Illina, it will also end at one time and that business will fall. And that is not the. When business falls, it is not social entrepreneurship. The very basic definition of social entrepreneurship is it should keep on going because there is the component called social, there is a component called many people, there is a component called many people with a thinking mechanism, many people with a sharing responsibility mechanism. So we cannot allow the business to fall. It will not fall. So these are the few things. If it is falling, there is a mistake somewhere. So in order to avoid all the mistakes and making the business viable, we need to work for the social challenges and giving correct solutions. We need to work on the things which are getting generated and which require a logical conclusion. And we need to share, contribute our competency, our talent, seek the support of somebody's talent and share the responsibility. In that way, social entrepreneurship will run. And the beauty is money will get rotated. And this rotation of money is the main important thing in social entrepreneurship, which gives a long term sustainability, flexibility in working. Now, let us come to Swachhata components. Swachhata components, we have 5 components already I have told you. That is greenery, water management, waste management, we have energy management, sanitation and hygiene management. Greenery. What is greenery? Greenery means generally we think of the aesthetic values and also a very good, beautiful campus, nice place, all these things, greenery. And when we think about these 5 components, greenery, waste management, water management, energy management, sanitation, hygiene, these are the concrete things through which we can work for Swachhata, and these are same in case of on campus or village. Having said so, we know that there are activities related to Swachhata. Activities related to greenery, activities related to water management, waste management, activities related to sanitation and hygiene and energy management. So we have activities, for example, let me give you this example from Tiruchirappalli, Perambalur, Dhanlakshmi Srinivasan College. This college has been working on a component of Swachhata, that is water management. I will give you one example. Ange at the canteen la, there are 7,000 students. They have their breakfast, dinner, and lunch. And they try to avoid the food wastage. They are not using the compartment plate. So the plate irukku, adu plate la compartment irukku. ஒரு கம்பார்ட்மெண்ட்ல பருப்பு, ஒரு கம்பார்ட்மெண்ட்ல சாம்பார், ஒரு கம்பார்ட்மெண்ட்ல சட்னி, அந்த மாதிரி. They are not using that. They are using a round plate, a round steel plate, because when the plate is plain and round, we take only that much what we want to eat. We pour that much sambar which is sufficient for the stuff, food stuff. We use chutney and we finish off the chutney which we require. So based on the requirement and quantity, we go ahead. That's why they are using a round plate, so that it is a measure, it is one of the measure to avoid the food remnant. Now, coming to the component of water. I will come to the component of food later on. Come to the component of water. 7,000 students, when they wash their hands properly, they require 2 liters of water. Before and after lunch, 4 liters. Average, let us put 3 liters. Because nowadays in COVID condition, I think the average 4 we have to put because we repeatedly wash, and that too between the fingers and nails, and soap we use now in COVID condition. Let us like that 4 liters a person will require, and I am eliminating tea time washing and other breaks. Now 4 liters of water only for washing hands we require 7,000. So 7 into 4 into 3 times a day. So almost more than 60,000 liters we require. From where will we get 60,000 liters? If we purchase 10 tankers of water also, the investment goes 10,000 rupees per day. 30 days into 10,000. Basic simple calculations. So is it possible to afford 3 lakhs rupees stress on the college? That stress must not be created. So what remedy is there? What is the solution they have given for this component is entire campus. There is water harvesting system. Gutters are there beside the road. Open rooftops of the buildings are also connected to the water bodies. The water bodies, there are separate. One is for drinking purpose only, rainwater harvested for drinking. Second one is for, they go with primary treatment, secondary treatment, tertiary treatment, and they use it for all non-potable usages. And whenever they are washing their hands, that water is directly connected to the agriculture college, which is beside agriculture, polytechnic, some branches are. So this is happening, and that is the activity they are doing, Swachhata. And the Madhuri, Swachhata activities can be also on food waste. When we say waste, it can be food waste, it can be paper waste, it can be furniture waste, glassware waste, many things. So on food waste, if we go to, for example, Chennai la Satyabhama College irukku, adilla entrance, canteen entrance la it is written. Today wastage is 415 kgs, 430 kgs. And the Madhuri angi irukku. And monthly average also they write. What is happening to the canteen waste? 415 kgs per day. What is happening to that food? They work on the activity called biogas. Shakti Surabhi. The biogas plant. And the biogas, they send everything to the biogas plant, and that biogas is used again in the boiling of milk and sambar and tea. Every month they save 15 cylinders of gas. So great, extraordinary activity on Swachhata. And the Madhuri outside also in Amma canteens also we find that saving of gas cylinders with biogas. And the Madhuri we can also do this in the cities and also in villages. People are using the biogas plants. They are of 4.5 feet height. Depends on the volume. It is not the olden day concept that we use cow dung and all those things. Nothing. Every kitchen waste can go into the biogas plant. So that is one activity. Now, regarding one more activity of greenery, generally, and also wastage, they are all integrated things. Generally, we have this purchasing of manure and fertilizer for maintaining beautiful campus, beautiful flowers, beautiful flowering plants, and all these things. But at the same time, organic waste is also there that we can decompose. So that is a Swachhata activity. So in this way, we can work for waste management, water management, and also install solar panels. And through solar panels, we can sell the energy to the government. All these things are there. These are the Swachhata activities. And how social entrepreneurship and Swachhata activities are related. That we will see. Social entrepreneurship means creating a social business. And how we are into this and why today we are discussing this. Because we are from academia. Academia means we are in contact with knowledge and activity. Activity will give activity. Actions will give rise to actions. Activities will give rise to activities. And for activities, we require skills. Activities, we require talent. Activities, we require competencies. Activities, we require sharing responsibility. Activities, we require unity. Activities, we require organizational skills. So those are all possible in academia. Those are all possible in higher education institutions. Those are all possible with students. Those are all possible with the combined efforts of the faculty members and students in a team manner. That is why academia is directly connected to Swachhata. Academia is connected to social entrepreneurship. What ordinary people think that the academia thinks in a very less time. What ordinary people do that academia can do in a very little time. That is the beauty of academia. For example, all of us know about vermicomposting or decomposing and all these things. But how academia will think, I will tell you. Generally, all the biomass that is generated in the campus that can be decomposed at one corner of the campus, using microorganisms, we can make vermicompost and sell it for the horticultural practices. When the academia is working, the academia will in the laboratory, biology laboratory, microbiology laboratory, they will grow Azotobacter and Bisernixia and Rhizobium. These are the nitrogen fixing bacteria. And they add these microorganisms to the vermicompost. And this type of activity is a value added activity, and that will have more attractive, money attractive thing. And that's how things go on. At the gate of at the entrance of the college, we can sell this. We can demonstrate this. We can make a design plan of this. We can implement our ideas in this way. And that design plan, when taken up by a common man, that becomes a life-changing activity for him. So that is the beauty of academia, that it can add things and give a proper business plan to social entrepreneurship. It can convert these Swachhata components into social entrepreneurship. The students have the talent and required power and way of thinking and working on the designs of social entrepreneurship. I will give you one example. Social challenge. Plastic is a social challenge. We also celebrate this year as Beat the Plastic. When plastic is a solution challenge, what is the necessary solution? That means polythene covers. We should not use polythene covers. Then what should we use? We need to give some bags which are cotton, made of cotton. And this is not a new solution. Already our ancient people previously for before 20 or 30 years, we use it like the 20. Just last 20 years, we have been using polythene covers. So what is the remedy? Make some cotton bags. And when academia thinks in a very different way for giving more benefit to the products. That's why few colleges, they help in designing the bags. They help in designing the bags, like inside the bag, there will be different pockets. and that pockets, in one pocket you can put carrot, one pocket chilies, one packet leafy vegetables, in one pocket some lemons, and the madri. And that will have an attraction for the market. And it is necessary because we are working for a challenge. Naturally, our solution will be taken up. There is no question whether this product will move in the market or not. Nothing like that. Innovative product may move in the market or not, but necessary solution will always move in the market. That is there. So in that way, it becomes a business. Upcycling. Upcycling is one more concept. There are many waste things, and that waste things can be converted into useful things. For example, old furniture can be broken and converted into a stool or a chair or a table. Like that. That is called upcycling. Recycling means again reusing something in the, for example, all the waste paper that is generated in the campus can be given to ITC, and ITC, if one truck is ready, they will come and take the paper and that will be used for the recycling. That means collecting the waste and giving it to a genuine vendor. That is also a business, a component of business. And upcycling, one more example, we can do many wonders. Like say, I will show you something. Can you see this bag? Hello, are you with me? Can you see this bag? Yeah, Hasna says yes. Fatima says yes. Tell me with what this has been upcycled. I mean, with what this has been made. Can you guess? Archana Balanji, can you tell me what is this made up of, this bag? Yeah, please speak. You are free to speak. Yeah, cardboards or paper. Yes, your response is correct. You know, Tetra packs of milk and the Madri, the Nestle milk Tetra pack, that packet cardboard. And I use this for bringing milk every day, this bag. And the Madri we can also make with automobile engine oil packets. Strong plastic cover, packing engine oil. Like that, whatever the waste things are there, we can upcycle the waste things. We can work for that, and that becomes a business enterprise. People coming, using their mindset, using their thought power, and doing things in a creative and innovative way. Products are not innovative, but products are done in an innovative way, creative way. That's how it becomes a business. And one more example I would like to share. Sanitary pads and children diapers. Nowadays, few old, I mean, people in old age also use diapers in some special conditions of hospitals or at home where they don't have control on urination and etc. They use diapers. All these diapers and sanitary pads will decompose in the soil only after 500 years. That means it is not getting a logical end, but we can give a logical end to it. That is incineration. We burn them. So many colleges, hostels maintain these incinerators where the sanitary pads are burned. Many areas are there where we burn the diapers and all these things. Even that is not good. So what happens then? We require some sort of alternative. And that solution is given by Namma Bhumi organization. Avarudia peru Arul Priya, that madam. And she does this. she gets the work done with the village women and also women in city. Stitching of the sanitary pads with cloths and cotton, and they are reusable, washable and reusable. And where is actually the competency factor here? In the designing, in the selection of the cotton cloth, selection of the fiber, and all these things. And finally, she sells it with a bit lesser than to the diapers that are available outside. It's a very economical. In the same way, children's diaper also. So, when academic students, when they make a design plan of this type of entrepreneurship, that becomes a nice design plan and that can be adopted by anybody and have a entrepreneurship for the rest of their life. So today we also met for that purpose only. I will give you one example of PSMO college. PSMO college, they have a beautiful concept and they implemented it. They collect the hair from the barber shops, and whatever the hair that is collected from the barber shop, that is decomposed and it becomes a new nitrogen rich, because hair contains proteins, amino acids. So that becomes a nitrogen rich biomanure and they sell the biomanure. That's what is happening. In many places, these type of things are happening. So we need to work on this and we need to make business out of this and also adapt, have a startup and go ahead in our life also. One example I will give. Just a person learned how to grow bonsai trees. You know bonsai? They take some trees, they cut the new leaves that are arising, they keep cutting for 7 years. 7 years, 4 years, 3 years. For example, alamaram, banyan tree, they take banyan tree and they keep on cutting the tip of the banyan tree for 4 years or 5 years. Then the tree grows laterally and it appears like a banyan tree only. Within the pot, within the plant pot, the banyan tree grows like banyan only. Banyan tree only, big size banyan tree only. And the madri, prototype madri. And that is 50,000 to 60,000 rupees. If we learn how to decorate flowers in a bouquet, the price of the bouquet increases. The price of the bouquet doesn't value with the number of flowers, but the flowers, how they are arranged. And that attracts a business in Hyderabad. 60,000 rupees is 1 day's profit. Bouquet shop. 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 150 rupees to 4,000 rupees bouquets are available. This type of flower survey, flower characteristic features, arrangement of flowers, using only organic material in the bouquet, that actually adds value. That can be made into a business. So like this, many wonderful examples are there. When we browse, when we work on it, we will understand how these Swachhata components can be converted into social entrepreneurship. There are many ideas like how the waste can be utilized. Pencils are made with, the pencil, that graphite nib, it is covered with paper, rolled with the paper, and not with wood. And also I will tell you about one important project that is in Chennai, Mylapore. There is one temple called Kapaleswara temple. At the temple, Abhishekam flowers are there, Ilai leaves are there, After Abhishekam, these flowers are given, they're mixed with cow dung and are decomposed. After that, they are made into udbatti, that's agarbatti, incense stick. And that Mangaldeep agarbatti, that ITC Mangaldeep agarbatti, they have a project there. It is totally working on Swachhata component, social entrepreneurship, Mangaldeep agarbatti. In the same way, many mosques in Lucknow and Kanpur, they started the same concept, and agarbattis are made, dhoop sticks are made, and that becomes a social entrepreneurship. So, in this way, we need to come up with some ideas and give a design plan, and that will work out, and that will bring a nice impact for social entrepreneurship. So today, that is a purpose. Same, these concepts can be used in village areas. The water hyacinth that grows in the water bodies, that can be cut and converted into biogas. The agricultural waste can be converted into biogas. The maize and sugarcane fibers can be used for making brushes. Banana fibers are used to make bags and doormats. In this way, and also in Orissa it is happening, the biomass collected in the village, that they produce electricity out of that. In this way, rural community engagement, which is basically a learning part, will give us ideas to work for the Swachhata components of the village. In the same way, campus. So after this program, you are expected to fill up a form, and I am sharing that form to Preeta madam. So I have given this form to Preeta madam, and she will share in the chat box and also in the WhatsApp group that she has prepared. And that WhatsApp group name can be MES, GNCRE workshop. And madam, can you post that in the chat box, madam, that link which now I have given you on the WhatsApp?
Hello, okay, sir.
Yeah, koncham idilla chat box la anupinga. And all the students, please take time, fill up that now itself. Wherever you follow, you fill up. Wherever you don't follow, please write, we will update, we will update, we will update and the madri eludinga. Madam will now share in the chat box. Yes. and in your college you please discuss on these things of social entrepreneurship, prepare design plans and present a PowerPoint presentation or paper on it in the college. And from your college 3 students will go for the regional level presentations, and after that from there we select 3 students for the national conference. And I have best wishes that this college will definitely do that and reach to the national conference. And yeah, I have said it repeatedly. It ends with RV6. Please fill up this now. Wherever you follow it, it's okay. Wherever you do not follow it, just say we will update. And now we can have interaction or questions. I am done. Now it's over to the college SES REC faculty members. I am done. The mic is over to you. We can have a group photo if you could turn on the camera. Please turn on the camera. We can have a group photo. Yeah, Aishwarya, you would like to say something? Ask something? We can have a group photo if you turn on the cameras. We need to face the camera. If we face the camera, we will face our life. Yeah, please open. Yeah, keep opening. Feel free. You are our next generation for India. You are the makers of India. Yeah, Aishwarya ji, open. Sahala ji has opened. Sahala ji, keep open. Let us have a group photo. Group photo means many cameras should be open. Yeah, Dr. Muhammad, now the mic is given to you.
Sir, can we wind up the program?
Yes, we can. If there are no questions, we can. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir, for a very... Hello. Hello, thank you, sir, for a very informative and inspiring session. We are really privileged with this knowledge. If there is any queries regarding this topic, you can ask our resource person. If there is no more questions, we can wind up this session. I invite Arvind, NSS Volunteer Secretary, to deliver the vote of thanks.
So please participate in the college level, regional level, and national conference level. Please come up with your ideas. Fill up the form. I will be there with you in the WhatsApp group. Madam will be there. Dr. Mohammed ji will be there. Principal ji will be there. We all will be helping each other.
Okay, sir.
Sir, is it audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay.
You can proceed.
Without further ado, I'm carrying out my duty, which is entrusted upon me. So, first of all, I would like to thank the principals of our college, Dr. C. Rajesh, Divya ma'am, and our NSS coordinators, Dr. Yasa and Preeta ma'am, and our resource person, our valuable Naveen Kumar sir, who has spent some of his valuable time for us and providing us with vital information about entrepreneurship. So I perspire. Entrepreneurship is an area which is a lot heard of, but less familiar because of the unfamiliarity and the risk involved, and there's some false information going on about the particular area, about entrepreneurship, about how it's carried out, and about how it can be carried out practically without or with less risk. So, thank you for enlightening us. Thank you for providing us with genuine information about the same. And last but not least, I thank all of our NSS volunteers and the non-NSS and all the participants who has intently listened and cooperated with the session. And, I wind up my words. I conclude my words. Thank you one more, sir, Naveen Kumar, sir.